There are phrases and expressions in English that are not always easy to understand. And in this lesson, we're going to look at 5 of them that all include the word off. And I promise you, you didn't learn any of these at school. You'll not only learn the meaning of these, you'll also learn a great trick in how to pronounce them. So you'll understand when they're said to you.
You're trying to mug me off.
And you'll also be able to use them yourself in everyday conversations. And that will definitely impress native English speakers. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this. Right at the start, let me give you a super trick so that you'll sound natural when you use these phrasal verbs. And it's all to do with vowel sounds. And vowel sounds are just the sounds that these letters make. So it's A or A, E or E, I or I, O or O or U, not you, but They're all of our vowel sounds that we need. Now, when an English word doesn't end in one of these vowel sounds, like the word red, which ends in a D sound, and the very next word starts with a vowel sound, like the A in apple, we move the end letter, the non-vowel sound, to the front of the vowel sound. So red apple becomes re-dapple. Re-dapple. You say it more naturally and it becomes red apple. Can you hear the difference between red apple and red apple? You try. Another example would be get in. Get doesn't end with a vowel sound, ends with a T. And in does start with a vowel sound, I. So we move the T sound to the front of the vowel sound. And get in becomes get in. Get in. Try it with this phrase. I speak English. Naturally, I speak English. Do you see the K sound has moved to the front of the I sound of English? I speak English. You try. Now today's lesson is all about 5 phrasal verbs, and all of those use the word off, which begins with a vowel sound. That means we'll be able to use this little pronunciation trick to sound more natural when we use these phrases. Number 1, kick off. This means to be aggressive, either physically or verbally.
You're doing is guessing.
I'm not the one who's being stupid, and I don't have to guess about anything. I know Tom. He'd never do anything violent.
Lisa, it's nothing to do with us.
The teacher decided to separate the students when it looked like they would kick off. You try. Remember, move that K sound that's not a vowel sound to the front of the O, which is a vowel sound. Kick off. Of course, phrasal verbs are still verbs, so you can change them depending on whether you're talking about the future, the present, or the past. For example, you might say, it's kicking off between the neighbours. You try. Now, to rip off means to overcharge for something. Try it in this sentence. Buying food at an airport is a rip-off. Don't forget to move the P, the P sound, to the front of the O in off. Rip off. In the future tense, this channel will never rip you off because it's free. It would be nice though if you click the like button. Number 3, mug off. Now this is quite a new phrase to find its way into the English language, and it means to make a fool of someone. You might say it if you think someone's not telling you the truth. Don't try and mug me off. Try this sentence. Some footballers try to mug off the referee by pretending to be injured. Number 4, sod off. Now this is quite an impolite and aggressive way of asking someone to go away from you. So you have to be really careful how you use it. Here's an example using a phrasal verb that we've just learned. It kicked off between me and my friend, so I told him to sod off. Now, if you want to make this sound really aggressive, a tip is try to say it without moving your mouth. Feel the difference when I say sod off and sod off. Can you feel how aggressive the second one is? Sod off, and no movement in my mouth. You try. Okay. Number 5 is knock off. And a knockoff is something that's not genuine. It's fake. They sell knockoff t-shirts at the market. Notice here, I didn't just move the K, the K sound from knock to the front of off, knock off. I also moved the S sound, which is not a vowel sound from the end of shirts, to the front of the A in at. So it became shirtsat, the market. You try saying this sentence. Try and be as natural as you can. Okay, now let's use all of these phrasal verbs in one conversation. You're a tourist in London and a stranger comes up to you. The words will appear on the screen as you need them. Do you want to buy a watch? No, it's a real Rolex. Okay, you can buy it for half price. Okay, I'm going. If you enjoyed this video, well, the good news is new ones are coming out every week on this channel, so just click the bus to subscribe. And then click this link for another lesson that will help you improve your English. I'll see you next time.